The following program is video supplemental instruction. VSI is brought to you by the Teaching Center, UF's Learning Support Center, www.teachingcenter.ufl.edu.
So for number 4, we have a pretty complex looking integral, but with a substitution it becomes pretty simple. So we're going to have cosine of x ln of 5 sine of x. This is our integral here, and we need to evaluate this. So what we can do here is do a substitution, and since we have an ln that we're going to have to be doing an integral of, you should assume that you're going to have to do integration by parts here. But what we can do is just use the substitution for sine and cosine first of all. So since I know we're going to have to do integration by parts, and we usually use u and v for that, I'm going to use w as our substitution instead of u so it doesn't get confusing. So let's just say w is equal to sine x. I want to do that because we have a cosine x here. So dw equals cosine x dx. You can see here then we just get integral of ln 5w dw. The cosine x dx just becomes dw, and instead of sine of x we just have w. So we have ln of 5w. So to integrate a natural log we have to do integration by parts. So let's just say u equals ln 5w, dv equals dw, we get v equals w, and we get that our du. The derivative of ln of any constant times a number is still just 1 over that. Because if you think about it, you'd have 1 over 5w times 5. So the 5's cancel out. We still get 1 over w. So in our integration by parts formula, this would be w times ln 5w, u times v, minus the integral of v du. In this case, that is just dw because the w and the 1 over w cancel out. So we'll get w times ln 5w minus w, integration of dw. And finally we could factor out a w there, minus 1, we have plus c. Finally we just need to plug back in what we originally had for w. So we get sine of x ln of 5 sine x minus 1 plus c. So we had to use a couple different strategies there, both substitution and integration by parts. If you recognize in a problem that you're going to have to do both, use a different variable either in the integration by parts or in the substitution, just so you don't get confused in your work.
The Teaching Center, UF's Learning Support Center, www.teachingcenter.ufl.edu.